oh, I can't wait for you guys to see. So there's A and then B, and then I go through the usual routine C, and then E and F, you'll see here in a moment. I am so stoked for you guys to see this one. So it's one of the 13 original colonies or states as we're calling it. And this one is Georgia. Yep. So I made this one feel a little more like homey. And I gave it closets, I gave it some space, I gave it plenty of light, and just a lot of like really fun elements that I think you guys will like. And they're very like American. Like every room has a closet, or like every bedroom has a closet. There's like closets galore. There's lots of storage space. There's plenty of bedrooms to go around. And there's like space for children because they're like one of the states that are growing in population, like having children. And so and then I thought of like a more like um eclectic, I guess you could call it, style kitchen, or one that's, just a little bit different. And then it's fun because if you guys watch in the later episodes, like as I get to like units like 1, 2, and 3, uh and then like above ground, and I have like the extra ceiling height, you're gonna see like double layer cabinets, and you're gonna see a lot of like really really funky, like interesting layouts, to kind of pay homage to some of the other colonies or states that I have yet to cover. And I can't wait for you guys to see those. So I am bringing in a lot of elements that are just like very hobby related too, where it's just kind of like really showing sort of the design and the idea that I would have of the Peach State, which I have been to, and sort of like just the idea of like, if I was to live in Georgia and have a house, like what it would look like. And so, I kind of brought in a lot of these like really whimsy elements for the children's bedroom, and then doing like the spooky ghosts. I've heard a lot of like spooky ghost stories, that kind of originate from around there when I lived in Kentucky. So it was really funny. And I was just really thinking about all the really old like charm, and a lot of like when they were growing the most, and like sort of the up and coming state, and kind of how that could have been too, and kind of their style. So I brought in some of those elements a little bit too, with like the old like wicker stuff, and the old like wood tones, that sort of thing. And I really wanted a lot of the bedrooms like to feel big and large, spacious, but then also have like quite a bit in them, so that they just felt like almost stuffed. Because it's a we're talking about a large state here that has a pretty significant population, and they just totally basically had their say in our election for our democracy here in the US. So it was really neat and exciting to see, like, them really shine. And so I really wanted to make sure that the apartment that I did, and sort of their namesake a little bit, what sort of has a lot of their sort of character as I see it. And so it's all just very calming and fun, but then at the same point large scale, sort of colorful, but then muted in certain areas, and then just sort of like as tailored as I could possibly make it, the most tailored I could do. And some of them are like more pet friendly, like with the Connecticut and the New Hampshire units. And this one I just wanted to kind of give a different, more family friendly vibe. So now you're seeing the exterior side and sort of the outside, and then you're going to get the tour here, with the final finished result. So you can kind of see the really fun glam like entry, and then the inside here. Ooh, I actually have someone. Interesting. What is she about? So we are going around. She lives here. It's okay. She doesn't mind us. So we are going through and just kind of peeking at her apartment. So this is that design here of what I ended up doing. And I really wanted to make the laundry room kind of where you end up spending more time than you would rather ever spend in a room. So you got to make it look decent. And that's what I was thinking about. Like, if they were to design a laundry room, like, they would want it to look pretty good because they're probably going to be using it quite a bit because of the work they're having to do or the children that are out doing sports or whatever. It's like there's just so much going on in those households. And so it's important, definitely it's not as like laid back vibe as some of the other colonial or colonies as we had. This one's a little bit more like high strung and busy and active and go getter. So I really love that. And then this is just more practical and like relaxed and homey, with like a little bit nice elements in terms of like your wallpaper and that kind of stuff, but like the furnishings aren't necessarily the most top shelf because they don't need to be. It's all about the location, the view. And so this is the one thing that does matter is the bathroom. So it even has a real window. And it's just very like classy and very like, old school charm, very antique looking. And so then I really thought a lot about the music and the heritage as well. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the guitars, that kind of stuff here as well. Thinking Southern bluegrass or, country music. I love it. I love all kinds of music. And then all the bathrooms, I just wanted to be bright, open, and have those rooms as the rooms that have the windows in this unit. And it still has rooms for pets because everybody has one almost. Okay, now we're coming back up on the group. Cool. Here's another bedroom. This one's a lot brighter. It just made me think of like the Peach State, very bright and spring-esque. And again, with all the, not only the brightness, but then the space and then the closets, all just trying to make it very Americana as the state of Georgia really is definitely very, very proud. Cool. So now we're coming back through at the end, and you can see like the family board. Someone on Reddit had said, "Oh no, that's something I forget," and so I'm like, "Oh no, I need to make sure that I don't forget that." Ooh, yep. So here is the final little bit of the little open concept dining living room kitchen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you stay proud and go out and do something magical.